Hi, so to start on multiplying on bases, I'm going to do base 10 first of all because it's the same rules that apply to all others, right? So I have the number, and you see for base 10, we have all the digits up to and including 9, but there's no 10 there, right? So we'll start the multiplication. This is 459 multiplied by 26. So it's 6 nines. I'm doing rough work on the right-hand side, which you normally wouldn't do, but this is to show the way of thinking, okay? So 6 nines is going to be 54, which is the same as 5 times our base number, 5 tens, plus 4 remainder. So we write down the 4 remainder, and we carry the 5 over for the 5 tens. Right? Then the next one is going to be 6 fives. 6 times 5 is 30, but we have to add on the 5 we've carried over. So 30 plus 5 is 35. That's bigger than 10. That's 10 or bigger, so we can't write that down. We have to split it into 3 times our base number, 3 tens, plus 5. So the 3 tens, the 3 is going to be carried, and the 5 we write down as the remainder. So we have the 5 here, and we carry 3. The next thing is 6 has to multiply the 4. So 6 fours are 24. 24. And then we add on the 3 that we've carried. So 24 plus 3 is equal to 27, which is the same as 2 tens plus 7. We write down the 7, and we carry the 2. But there's nothing more to multiply, so we just put the 2 down here. Now, so that's the first row. Now we have to multiply everything by the 2. But this 2 actually represents 20 because it's one digit in. So the first thing we have to do is put in a 0. So the 0 will go here. And now we multiply the thing by the top row by the 2. So it's 2 nines is 18. And we write that as 1 times our base number, 10. 110 plus 8. So that means we can write the 8 here, and we carry the 1. Then it's going to be 2 fives, our 10, plus we add the number we carried, the 1. 10 plus 1 is 11. That's that one there that we've carried. And that makes that 110 plus 1. So we write down the 1 for the remainder and the 110 that we're carrying. And now we have to multiply the 2 by the 4. 2 fours are 8. 8 plus the 1 we've carried is 9. It's smaller than 10. It's one of the digits up here, so we can just write it in like that. So now we have 2 rows, and we have to add them. So long as the number's below 10, we can write it in. So nothing in 4 is 4. That's fine. But now if we're starting to add, and we have the 5 and the 8, that's bigger than 10. 5 and 8 is 13, which is the same as 110 plus 3. So we do the same thing. We put the 3 down here, and we carry the 1 for the 110. And now we have 7 and 1 is 8, and 1 is 9. That's grand. Write that down there. And then the next is 9 and 2. 9 and 2 is 11. And that's the same as 110 plus 1. So we'd write down the 1 here for the 1 that's remainder, and we would carry 1 here for the 10. But there's nothing else to add, so we can write it here. And that's our answer. Now that might seem a wee bit complicated, but this is the same way that we multiply out other bases. So let's do another example. Okay, I'll do with base 5 this time. Right, so I'll just scroll this up. So you know for base 5, the only digits we're going to have are 0 and up to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0 and up to 4. And that's it. No 5 at all in it. So let's take the number 314. And we're going to multiply it by 43. Okay. So we're multiplying the whole top row by this 3 first of all. So you'd say 3 times 4 is 12. Now this time our base is 5, and this number is bigger than 5, so we have to find how many 5s are in it. there are 2 5s, that makes 10, plus 2 left over. So this 2 that's left over we write down here as 2, and this 2 that's a number of 5s is what we carry, 2. Now we're going to say 3 1s. 3 1s are 3, but we still have this 2 to add on to it, so 3 plus 2 is 5. Now this isn't one of the digits that we can write, so we have to write this here as the same way you carry over a 10, we're now carrying over 5. That's 1 5 plus nothing. So we can write the 0 down here and carry the 1 5 over to there. And now we're going to say 3 3s. 3 times 3 is 9. We have to add this 1 here on. 9 plus 1 is 10. And in terms of 5s, because our base is 5, that's the same as 2 5s and no remainder. So we can write the 0 down here and the 2 up here for the 2 5s. But we don't have anything to multiply, anything left to multiply, so we can just write the 2 here. So that's the whole top row multiplied by 3. Now we're going to multiply the whole top row by 4. But the 4 is one digit in, so we have to put a 0 here. And now we can start multiplying by the 4. So the first one is 4 4s. 4 4s are 16. In terms of 5s, that's going to, because it's bigger than 5, we can't write it. We're going to have to say that's 3 5s. That makes 15. And 1 left over, remainder. So we write the 1 remainder here, and we carry the 3 over here. Now we've done the 4 4s, now we're at the 4 1s. 4 times 1 is 4, but we have to add the 3 on. So 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, and that's the same as 1 5 plus 2 left over. So we can write the 2 here, and we're carrying over the 1 5. Now the last multiplication, 4 by 3. 4 3s are 12, but we have to add this 1 we've carried. 12 plus 1 is 13. And in terms of 5s, that's the same as 2 5s, which makes 10, plus 3. So we write the 3 down here, and we carry the 2. But there's nothing more to multiply, so we just write the 2 here, like that. Okay, now you have to make that 2 is a little bit big. I should make that smaller, because it's one that's carried over, and I don't want to mix it up with other numbers. So I'll write it smaller, because now we're at the adding stage, right? And we only add the big numbers, not the little numbers that have been carried. So we have 2 and 0 is 2, grand. Nothing and 1 is 1. Nothing and 2 is 2. Okay, now we have a weird one. We have 2 and 3 is 5. There's no 5s. So when you come to adding, we have 2 plus 3 equals 5. Can't write that down, but that's the same as 1 5 and no remainder. So we write the 0 down here, and we carry over the 1. Okay, and then we have 2, and the 1 we've just carried over is 3. And that's the answer to multiply and base 5. Okay, that's 1 done. 30212 is your answer. I'll do another base 5. Or actually what I'll do is I'll give you base 5 and give you the answer. So if you were to multiply 243 and you were to multiply it by 24, I'll do this quickly without doing the rough work on the side then, okay? 4 3s are 12. That's 2 5s and 2 remainder. There's the 2 remainder, and we carry the 2. 4 4s are 16, and 2 is 18. 18 is 3 5s. That's 15 and 3 left over, so I can write the 3 here and carry the 3 for the 3 5s. 4 2s are 8, and 3 is 11. 11 is the same as 2 5s and 1 left over, so I put the 1 here and I carry the 2. And then it's at the end, so I just put it down. Now I'm going to multiply by the 3, or by the 2 first of all, 2 3s, so I put a 0 down here. So then 2 3s are 6, well, we're multiplying on base 5. I might write that so I don't forget it. Base 5. 2 3s are 6. Base 5, that's 1 5 and 1 left over. Put your 1 left over down and carry your 1 5. Okay. 2 4s are 8 and 1 is 9. That's the same as 1 5 and 4 left over. Put down your 4, carry your 1 5. 2 2s are 4 and 1 is 5. Well, we can't write a 5 in this, so that's the same as 0 remainder and 1 5. And now we add them. Nothing and 2 is 2. 3 and 1 is 4. 4 and 1 is 5, so that carries over 1, so we write down 0 and carry over 1. 1 and 2 is 3, and nothing and 1 is 1. And that is your answer for the base 5 question. Okay, I'll leave that now, and I'll do another video with the others shortly.